Cinderella. Happy 4th of July, or at least today is 4th of July for me, in which I'm recording it. Hence the very patriotic outfit in the star headband. But today's video is nothing 4th of July related. Today, my good friend Tom Nook and I are going to be discussing some Animal Crossing villagers that will definitely give you nightmares. Now, before I get into the video, I just want to say if you hear fireworks going off in the background, please ignore them. I'm also doing a couple new things with my lighting, so if you think this is too dark, let me know in the comments below. Okay, before I get fully immersed in today's video topic, I do want to dedicate this video to my fairy god YouTuber, Let's Read. It is unlikely that you're here on this channel if you don't know that channel, but yeah, Let's Read. You're my fairy god YouTuber. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail about it, but you know why, so thank you again, and today's video is dedicated to you. So, everyone is definitely aware that the newest game in the Animal Crossing, franchise, Animal Crossing New Horizons, came out back in March, and you might know this, you might not know this, but I am a long-time Animal Crossing fan. Since way back in the day of GameCube, I have played every version, and through circumstances totally out of my control, I just started my third New Horizons island. I'm not gonna go into that, but that is true. Anyway, there are a lot of Animal Crossing villagers, a lot have been around from the beginning, and we have some new ones that have shown up in New Horizons, but today we're going to be talking about some of the creepy ones and some of the ones that are definitely nightmare inducing. Now, some of these are going to be a little obvious, but some of them you probably didn't think about before, so I definitely advise you to stick around, especially if you're an Animal Crossing fan. First Animal Crossing villager that will give you nightmares is Owl. Now, I have recently come to realize that I think I might be terrified of all primates that are not human. I saw this video online recently of a gorilla baiting on the outside of this kid that was in one of those blow up roll around bubbles, and I legitimately found it terrifying. And Owl, now there are a lot of primate, maybe not all gorillas, but there's a lot of monkeys and apes and things like that in Animal Crossing, and Owl is definitely one of the weirder ones. He's got this green tinted skin, and then his green butt hangs out, and it's he's a were-gorilla or perhaps a zombie gorilla. Now, you guys know me, I love spooky dooky weirdo stuff, but there is just something about Owl that does not sit right with me. The next nightmare-inducing Animal Crossing villager is Jitters. Now, Jitters is, in design and in name, very much a crackhead. There is definitely, Jitters has some substance abuse issues. He's got dark circles under his very big eyes. His name is Jitters, and it's always he's tweaking out. And, due to some terrible personal experiences in my life, yeah, I don't want any tweakers hanging around me. So, yes, sorry Jitters, stay off my island and stay out of my dreams. Thanks. The next Animal Crossing villager I would like to discuss, who is not nearly as sweet and endearing as everybody likes to make them all out to be, is Hopper. Now, Hopper is one of those Surf's Up breed of penguins. You guys know what I mean, the movie Surf's Up. I don't know what those kind of penguins are called, but he's a penguin. But he's got these bright red eyes with the crazy yellow eyebrows, and he most definitely could be somebody's sleep paralysis demon. Now, just because I said that, you guys know I have SP really bad. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen to me now. I'm gonna, get stuck, and it's gonna be Jitters over in the corner staring me down. Okay, so next, this one is an obvious one, and nobody likes this Animal Crossing character, and it's Marcel. Well, I'm sure Marcel has fans that are the people that are being, the anti, you know what I mean? But Marcel, part of me thinks that, he is based on like a French mime, like based on his kind of face paint and his name, but then he's like green also, and like, so I don't really know where they were going with Marcel, but he's creepy AF. Like, he looks weird, and it's not even like a clown thing for me, because, you know, a lot of people dislike Pietro, who is the sheep clown villager, and I honestly, like, I used to kind of have a clown thing when I was a kid, but yeah, like, clowns don't really bother me like that anymore, so I don't personally have any kind of issue with Pietro, but people hate him. But I think Marcel is much more dislikable and nightmare-inducing than Pietro. Now, next version of Animal Crossing that comes out, if we get a Pennywise-inspired, creepy animal clown villager, I would appreciate the fuck out of that. But that is very likely to happen. I was gonna say that would never happen, but it's super likely just because of like some of the themed characters on Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing villager design style varies vastly. Like, they look like they were created by like dozens of different animators with dozens of different styles. Some of them look like super like anime inspired, and then some of them also like almost look like stick people. Like, it's crazy. And you know, the majority of the Animal Crossing villagers are super like cute and charming and endearing, but not all of them. And the next one I want to talk about is Carmen. Now, you might be like, Asherella, what are you talking about? Carmen, she's super cute. Now, Carmen, from a distance, she is super cute. You know, like in Clueless when Cher's like, oh, she's like a full-on Monet, and Ty's like, a what? And she's like, a Monet. It's like a painting. Like, from a distance, it's okay, but close up, it's a big old mess. That is what Carmen looks like, because she's very cute. She's got a very, like almost Hello Kitty, like, Harajuku sort of, like, aesthetic about her, but her face has no detail. It's like they did a stick version first draft of her and then filled out and did details of everything but her face. She's just got these like very basic brown eyes and a very basically drawn brown mouth. It's creepy. Like, the rest of her is so detailed, and then she's got this weird face. There are other characters, like, in her similar style that are fully developed, and they're super cute. But Carmen, sorry sis, not so much. A few of these nightmare-inducing Animal Crossing villagers are some of my favorites. When I say nightmare-inducing, that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. You know what I mean? But you guys, I'm not even wearing my fangs for this video. I can't believe I don't have them in. But too late now. But you guys know me. I love the creepy. I love the spooky, the macabre. Like, you know, some blood and magic is awesome. But, yeah, next up on the list, I want to talk about Lucky. Now, Lucky is a super popular Animal Crossing character, and he's weird because he's a dog, but you can't see any of his body except for his ears and one big glowing yellow eye. Now, there's been speculation on what is up with Lucky exactly, and I think, and I'm pretty sure that, like, I mean, he's a mummy, right? He's perhaps even a reanimated dead dog that got like hit by a car or something. Now, if that isn't nightmare inducing, I don't know what is, but I love him. But there's also some like opinions out there that say Lucky is like bandaged up, and that's why his name is Lucky, is because he's accident prone. And I can see that, but him being a mummy dog is way more badass and way more nightmare inducing. And that one big yellow glowing eye definitely alludes to the fact that Anka put some kind of like ancient Egyptian spell on him or a curse to make him rise from the dead and do her bidding. Like, I love that. And Anka's a really cool character. She's not necessarily nightmare inducing, but she's one of the themed characters that is awesome. Alright, next up we gotta talk about Moose, because he is sleazy and creepy AF. Now, he is the Animal Crossing version of the guy at the bar that you're definitely not gonna leave your drink sitting unattended by. You know what I mean? Like, Moose makes me feel like he might try to like slip me a roofie. You know what I'm saying? Tom Nook has not really said all that much during the video. He's probably just thinking about all the millions of bells that he makes off of me and everyone else all the time. But okay, let's talk about Rapture. Now, Rapture is one of the pig characters, and I personally don't like pigs that much. I find them a little creepy just in general, like IRL, and I don't know why that is. I know some people love pigs, but Rapture is like this maroon color, and he has this big scar on his face, and he's very like gruff, and Rapture is most definitely like a felon. He's definitely an ex-con. How he got through like the application process for the Nook Island getaway package, I have no idea, because they typically do a background check on things like that. Rapture might not be a bad guy, but you definitely don't want to get on his bad side. Next up is another one of my favorite Animal Crossing characters, and it's Coco. And I've never had Coco on my island before, but Coco is a rabbit, but she's also like a hollowed out coconut. Like, Coco definitely appeals to my goth girl sensibilities. She's so weird, and you know, her eyes are just like, it's like her bunny head is made out of a coconut, and her eyes are just big holes, as is her mouth, and she's definitely like creepy. She could definitely do some damage in some nightmares. Next up, I want to talk about Biscuit real quick. Now, Biscuit is a dog, and he's super cute, and he could maybe even be like a stuffed dog, like a toy dog. But you know, we see his ears, but those big white eyes that you're not exactly sure where they're looking. Is he perhaps possessed? Is he too a zombie and or undead like some of the other characters on this list? I don't know. Biscuit is a little creepy, and you could definitely, you know, have him showing up in your nightmares. I also want to talk about, and this is not really nightmare inducing on the surface, this next character, but Caesar. Now, Caesar is obviously named after Caesar from the Planet of the Apes. If you've not seen the old movies or the new movies or anything like that, Caesar is an ape character, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, the whole idea of Planet of the Apes like brings me to tears. It is so scary. If you don't know what it is, in any version of Planet of the Apes, it's basically where apes start to evolve and become like, you know, cognitively on the same level as humans, and we kind of start dying out, the humans do, and the apes take over the world. Now, in the newer versions, Caesar is, and even in the old versions, there's a Caesar, but Caesar is like the leader of like the primate uprising, like the chimpanzees and the orangutans and everything like that. And they're really good movies, but they legit give me like the chills. And I'm not even being funny right now. Like, I find them kind of scary. But yeah, Caesar, he's a very clever character, and he personally would induce nightmares just because of my own personal biases. But Caesar, the character, is a good concept and design. Last Animal Crossing villager that is perhaps nightmare-inducing is my very favorite Animal Crossing villager, my boy Stitches. Okay, Stitches might not be an obvious choice for a nightmare-inducing character on the surface, but let's talk about it really quickly, and let's break it down. Now, Stitches is a bear or a cub, and we know that there are other bears and cubs that are villagers in the Animal Crossing franchise. But Stitches is a teddy bear. There's another bear called Teddy, but doesn't look nearly as like a toy as Stitches does. Stitches is not like a real animal. He is a teddy bear, okay? And not only that, you know, he's very colorful, but Stitches looks as if he has been created out of pieces of different either real bears or teddy bears. Yes, he perhaps could be a like Dr. Frankenstein created Animal Crossing villager. Like, he's sewn up. His name is Stitches, and one of the most obvious nightmare-inducing qualities about Stitches are his X's for eyes. And you know, in animation, like X's over eyes typically means that they are dead. Now, Stitches, like Coco, most definitely appeals to my goth girl side, my dark heart, my black soul. I am colorful a lot, but you guys know I am a sparkly goth, I guess. But anyway, Stitches, yes, he's even though he's very colorful and he seems very like bubbly, he's very, very gothy. And I don't know if anybody's ever thought about it that way, but he is perhaps built out of pieces of other animals and then animated or reanimated back to life. And he could be undead based on the X's over his eyes. Now, I love Stitches. I can't wait for him to come to St. Pumpkin, my new island. That's the name of my island. You guys know it's named after the Smashing Pumpkins. But yeah, I love Stitches, and he most definitely could cause you some nightmares if you put a little too much thought into it. Y'all, it's getting really hot here in my recording space, and I don't have AC in here, so I think that's got to be it for today's video. Remember, I'm Asherella, Original Asherella. This is my channel. I hope you enjoyed discussing these Animal Crossing villagers that could perhaps induce nightmares. Some of them are definitely nightmare inducing. Some of them only nightmare inducing after you put a little extra thought into them. Some of those I don't want anywhere near my island of St. Pumpkin. Some of them I absolutely want on my island of St. Pumpkin. I think once I get to the point where I have a little bit more control over my villagers and I can like bring in villagers with amiibos and things like that, I'm going to try to have all of my villagers either based on cryptids, mythological characters, or like cat, like vampires. Not vampires, all of them, but you guys know what I mean. They're all gonna be like weirdo characters because, you know, weirdo character. I mean, what other kind of island would I have? But anyway, guys, like I said, this video is dedicated to my fairy god YouTuber, Let's Read. You know, if you don't subscribe to Let's Read, go subscribe to Let's Read right now. Like the best, one of the most awesome people on the platform, no doubt, without a doubt. So yeah, if you don't subscribe to Let's Read, go subscribe to Let's Read. Make sure you subscribe to me, my channel, right here. Hit that button before you go. Leave me a like, hit the notification bell. Let me know in the comments anything you want to say about Animal Crossing. What are your nightmare-inducing villagers? Anything like that. I'm Original Asherella. Always tap in, never tap out. Share your dodo code with me, and keep on slaying like a Saiyan.